Welcome to episode 14 of our road to 1500. We are currently sitting at 1204. You might notice that I'm in a slightly different location. I've actually had to travel down to my mum's house. Sadly, she's been unwell, so I've just come down to help her out for a few days. So excuse the makeshift setup that we have here. We're going to play a game of 1510. We're going to see if we can continue our rise up into the 1200s. Let's see which opponent we're going to get today. I'm going to search for an opponent and let's see how we can do today. So we've got the black pieces. We're playing an 1168. Derek Bostwick. He has played king to e4. I am going to play c6, play the Caro-Kann. Looks like chess.com is giving me the double noise on the move, the piece move, so apologies for that. I will play d5, which is the standard move. They have pushed the e5 pawn, and I will play, which is the advance. I'm going to play pawn to c5. They play their pawn to c3, and my response to this is to bring my knight out. I would expect them to bring the knight out, hopefully. That's kind of what we want to see. And if they do that, then we will bring our bishop out to pin the knight. They are threatening us, so at this point we will actually take. They brought their queen out, and I am going to bring my pawn to e6. Now, in this, we are looking to attack this d4 pawn. That is our goal. They are in a position to bring that pawn there as well. We want to continue to attack that. They're attacking us here, but I think if they take us, we can just take. So I think actually at this stage, what I can do is I may just take for now, because I'm preparing to bring my knight to this square. So we will do that. It gives me the opportunity to have taken that pawn. Now they've replaced it with a pawn on here, so we want to attack that. They've moved there, which is fine because I can actually move my queen up. This knight is defended. This knight is defended. They have castled. I may just attack this bishop. So we're going to ask what's up with this bishop, see what they want to do. They've moved it back, so I think we'll just chase it again, just instinctively. I've made that move quite quickly, but it gives us the opportunity to kick it. Let's see where they put it. I'm now threatening it, but not just that. This pawn on d4 is actually hanging now, and I can take it with this knight. Our opponent is playing pretty quickly. Okay, so I think we are going to take. We are now threatening the queen and the bishop. We can actually take this bishop here. We are threatening that rook now. And I think at this stage, probably we could threaten the queen here. And if we do that and they take, and we take, they take our knight. But is there something that we can do? We could bring this over. And if they take, we take. Yeah, if we double up, then if they take, we can take with the queen. I think that makes a lot of sense. So now we've got two attackers, or two defenders, rather, of the knight. And they're going to need to try to add another attacker onto it, which it's not clear how they do that. I suppose they could bring this. Yeah, but I can just take the rook then. We're up an exchange on that. This pawn here is actually hanging, so we could take it. We can also move our knight out here. We have to watch our queen, because if they move the knight, then the rook's attacking it. But at the moment, we're okay. Actually, no, because if we take the rook, it's defended by this. So we do want to get this queen off of this file. I think that's probably quite important. And we also need to castle because our king isn't very safe at the moment. One of the other thing, okay, they've done that. Okay, so we can take, they will have to, okay, so if we take here, we're threatening check. Okay, hang on a sec. So our queen is being threatened. We can take here, which would probably force them to take here, at which point we can just take, or we take here. I like that. We take, if we take here and they take here, we just take the bishop. So I think the reality is that we take here, they take here, and we take the rook. Let's do that. If they come in for check, we just take them. If they take here, we take. Right, I knew they'd do that. So I think we take with the knight. We can actually put them in check here. They have to move here. We can put them in another check. They have to. Okay. Okay, so we could actually put them in check. We could take this pawn. There's a lot of options available to us here. Check. Check. No, take a pawn. It's not check, but we're threatening this. If they come in here. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So we take there. We've got a check here. We're plus 10, so we're well ahead at the moment. Okay, they throw in a check there. But I have to move there. Okay, so we were a bit silly there letting that happen. Okay. Let's give a check. Okay, our king's a bit exposed, so we need to be careful. And I think we need to move it to safety. No, so it hasn't been the cleanest what we've done here. So we need to be careful because they can reveal a check on us here. I think if we come down here to block the queen, if they then come in with a reveal check, we just take them. If we come down here and they take here, I think I'm going to block here. So we're attacking the queen and it's defended by the bishop. We definitely had something cleaner here than letting them do that with their knight. We're still plus 9. We just need to stay calm. Our king's not very safe. Their king is actually a little bit better protected. And actually they have resigned from the game at that point, which I think is fair because we had such an advantage. And let's take a look at the analysis. So it wasn't a very long game. What I might do is switch to the analysis screen, and you can let me know in the comments whether you prefer this view when we're looking at the analysis, because it does let us review the game review on down the right hand side as well. So you can see that our opponent played with a 76.6 and we played with a 92.5. We played the Caro-Kann, which we're getting more and more comfortable with. We played with a 1950. Now, take that with a big pinch of salt because our opponent actually gave up quite early, but we played the opening great. So middle game accuracy was 89.5 and the opening accuracy was 100. So pretty pleased with that. We had one miss, 5 book moves, all good really. There wasn't any mistakes or blunders. Let's have a quick look at the review. So our opponent played pawn to e4, and this is just the standard Caro-Kann. We the advance variation. We played the right moves here. We pinned the knight. We took, which is a great move. So we did the right thing there, taking. They took with the queen. We closed up the center. Having got the bishop out, they brought their bishop down, which we weren't too worried about. We took, which is excellent. We could have brought our queen to there, but this is a more familiar path for us. They took and got their pawn onto d4 again. We brought our knight out because we were always looking to bring our knight out and then to this square, or sometimes to this square, and then get our bishop out before we castle. They made a mistake at this point. That was a miss. We could have brought, there was a missed fork. Let's just show the fork to see what we could have done here. Okay, so we could have actually won a fork there to win that pawn. Because we would have, yeah, the queen coming here, we were attacking the bishop and the pawn, and they can only defend one. So that's what that was. So yeah, I'd missed that. But we brought the queen here to give some extra defense to this knight as well, although it is already defended there. They castled. We kicked the bishop, which they then made a mistake bringing it to there, which is a great move, because by doing that, we are attacking this pawn. We're also attacking this, and it's very difficult. We're also looking at, when we bring our knight here, we're going to be attacking the queen, and they then make another mistake by bringing the bishop there. Because I can then bring my knight here and fork both pieces. I'm attacking both the queen and the bishop, which means they're going to lose one of those pieces if we want to take it. And they move there, and this isn't great because I can actually attack the bishop, and it's backed up by the queen as well. So we take. We're 4 points of material up now. They bring the rook over, which is the best move. And we play a good move, which is, they're actually saying to bring the knight to there. Let's just see if the follow-up of that, but interesting. Because I thought they would then take my queen, but I'll need to do a bit more analysis on that to see why that was better, but we can do that off camera. We brought the rook over just to keep it simple and add an extra defender. They brought the knight out, which is an inaccuracy because we could just take. We're now almost -5 points, so we're almost 5 points ahead. They take our pawn there, and it was actually recommending that we just go straight in for the check. So it's suggesting that, you know, getting their rook and bishop was slightly better than exchanging it for the queen. So that's kind of interesting. But I decided to take the pawn, which is excellent. They took with the rook and we captured back. We're now 5.2. They attacked our queen. Now that was excellent. I was considering the check. This was the best move by them. They're still -5.78. We stepped the king up, which is forced. They took the pawn. We gave the check, which was the best move in that situation, and they moved the king away. We brought our queen here, which was the best move. So I am pleased we found the best move in that situation. I think they're kind of running out of ideas here. If they move that knight anywhere, we're probably going to take it. I don't think there's really anywhere for that knight to go. And they decided at that point that they were going to resign. So quite a short game today. Happy for the win. We are up to 12-12. If you enjoyed the game, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, comment to join the conversation, and I will look forward to seeing you on the next video. Cheers. Bye.